Let's get out to Hadley in Riyadh. Hadley, I could have read that headline to you at any point over the last 60 years. Just get into some of the detail for us here, because there must be something more original than that from the IMF.
Oh, I wish. It is kind of a dull thing to sit there and hear the same thing over and over again. I agree with you, Jeff. But at the end of the day, I mean, look at what's happening right behind me here. This is the 13th annual Euromoney conference. As I mentioned earlier, I've never seen a crowd like this early in the morning in Riyadh for Euromoney. So I do think that there is a lot more interest in the region, of course, in Saudi Arabia in particular. But I want to focus for a moment on Lebanon. This is a country, of course, that's about to have an election, and also, of course, a country that existed for about 2+ years without a government. And at the same time, they're struggling to take out the trash, literally, and they're also struggling to continue to collect taxes. I wanted to ask Jihad Azour, the head of the IMF regionally, what it really means for Lebanon going forward. We talked a lot about the oil exporters and what this uptick in oil prices means for them, but let's listen into what he had to say about Lebanon.
Lebanon has had a few weeks ago an important conference in Paris where the international community promised Lebanon some $11 billion of assistance. Lebanon has to go on three-pronged approach. One is maintain the macroeconomic adjustments in order to reduce the level of deficit, address the balance of payment issue. With their investment program that is being supported by the international community is to reignite growth and to jumpstart the economy again. The third one is to address some of their structural problems, like in some key sectors like energy, telecom and others, in order to make the economy more competitive.
Now, you may be wondering why in the world I was bothering to focus on Lebanon while I'm sitting here in Riyadh, but remember, the relationship between Riyadh and Beirut is a very interesting one. We had the chance, of course, to speak to Saad Hariri at Davos this year following his awkward sojourn in the capital of this country, and essentially what we're seeing right now is selfie Saad. I want to make sure that you guys get to see this picture because, of course, as you know, elections in Lebanon happening over the weekend, and of course, selfie Saad Hariri, the Prime Minister of Lebanon, enjoying a major increase in popularity off the back of his sojourn here in Riyadh. It was rather unexpected, I think, even for him, and now he can't seem to stay out of the spotlight, and certainly his supporters are really pretty gung-ho about the Prime Minister, at least heading into these elections this weekend. So it remains to see whether or not he's going to really be able to move the dial forward when it comes to those systemic problems in that country, literally whether or not they're going to be able to take out the trash, and also, of course, if they're going to be able to do something about the fact that it's difficult to even collect taxes. There's infrastructure problems as well, but certainly he seems to have the popularity, guys, going into the weekend. Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now, to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.